Hello. So today I'm going to talk rubbish. Normal for me. But Vanquish 340. Love them, hate them. This is my detector, my first detector, and I started detecting last September, so roughly 6 months. And it's been a big learning curve. I went online and I really researched it. I watched all the people out there using them, especially when they first came out, because it's been out for a few years now. But I love the idea of it being simple, the multi-frequency, because I wanted to use it on the beach. So yeah, I was really, really excited by the reviews. And then I got it, and I'll be honest, I struggled, and it's down to expectation. My expectations of what a detector can actually do is as much as this down to the detector as it is to the handler. And I realised that if I was going to enjoy it as a hobby, I needed to really learn about it. And one of the things I have learned is the difference between digging something that's exciting, some treasure if you like, and digging rubbish. So I'm going to do some test holes in my garden come field, which is full of rubbish, so it will take me a while to find somewhere where there's no rubbish, and we'll just see the difference in the signals and what it tells you. So 2 plugs, both the same size. In one hole we've got a silver hammered, and in the other one we've got a drinks can all crushed up. So this is hole number 1, and as I'm just going over it, what's it actually telling us? Well, it's telling us that it's actually very central to the plug. I'm turning around, obviously you can see it's going from both sides, but it is a bit of a jumpy signal. It's given anything between a 17 and a 21, but can you see when I go around the plug, we're not getting anything. It's literally in the middle, which either way I turn. Now, on to 2. Let's see what happens with this one. Well, a much stronger signal, a louder signal, and as you can see, when I'm working round, I'm getting a signal all over the place. And when I first started, I wanted to dig these because they were really good, strong signals. Now, I think I've probably already given it away, but which one do you think was the hammered and which one do you think was the can? As you probably gathered, the aluminium gave a really lovely signal, really loud, really clear, and you would have wanted to dig that every day of the week. But what you do find is with the aluminium, and especially when it's a larger can, you're going to go over. So when you're looking for the small things like the coins, it's going to be in a very small area. And if you work your cross, so you do it one way and you turn and you do it the other, so you've centered it in the middle, then you will get a good idea of what you're digging. I still dig the cans because, especially when I'm on my permission, to me that's getting rid of the rubbish, and the more I take out of there, the less there's going to be for me moving forward. Hopefully. We've got a summer season ahead of us and lots of rubbish to float our way. But being optimistic, yes, it does help to know that. Small area, small cross, that's where your item's going to be. If it's wafting across and changing the signal as it goes out to the sides, chances are that it's going to be rubbish. That's the rule of thumb. I was working in the second mode of on the Vanquish and not in the all metal, because I knew what was in the holes today. If I'm out in the field and it's not too loud and not driving me mad, I will use all metal all the time. If not, and the signals are coming up with so much iron in the fields, then I will just go into the next mode. I don't go into the higher one, which a lot of people use, because I do believe you can miss out on things that are smaller. But when I get onto a target and it is giving me a good signal, I will then press it and go into all metal mode. And if I hear any iron tones, and then I can work out how big that item's going to be. And to begin with, I did what they told me. I dug absolutely everything until I became completely confident of what I was going to find. And even now, sometimes I'll be in the field for a while and I'll think, gosh, this is a bit quiet, and I get a bit bored, so I'll dig one just to see. And it's always right now. So it's about perseverance. It's about getting to know the machine. I actually found it a bit strange being out there because I didn't have the headphones on because I wanted you to be able to hear. And I find that you get even nuances from having headphones on and having the background noises cut out give you an even better idea. I would never detect without headphones now, and when I hated them when I first started, but now I don't even look at the numbers. It's about what I'm hearing. It's about how clear the signal is, how small an area it's covering. I know how quickly it's going to go off. The other thing I would say is expectations. Just this last little bit to wrap up. A lot of people buy these and think metal detectors are just going to detect gold and important things. Doesn't matter how expensive your detector is. Yes, some of them get better as they get more expensive at discriminating, but at the end of the day, there is only so much a detector can do. A detector it bounces back a signal basically. So underneath the bottom of your coil, so think of your coil and think of a pyramid shape, the top part is as it's and then as it goes down to a point. So when you're swinging over the ground, imagine that point at the bottom as it's going across. So if you're going really, really fast, or you're not overlapping your swing, you'll miss so many things as well. So slow and steady, tiny baby steps, keep it so you overlap each time, and remember that it has the recovery time. You get that lag as well between. So there's lots of things that I've had to realise that yes, it's about expectations. Yes, the machines have limitations. I can highly recommend the Crawford's metal detectors, their series on how detectors work, because it taught me so much, and it made me realise that actually until I master this, there is no point in me getting a better detector. But I found silver hammered with it. I find amazing things. I can find a pinprick piece of copper in the middle of a field if it's there, and I know it'll find it. And these actually go quite deep as well. I found things 2 foot down, no problem at all. So I just hope you enjoy what you're doing. I hope you're loving the hobby as much as I am, because I really am. And just give it time and patience. And remember, if it's giving you a big signal all over, it's going to be something you probably don't want. Okay. Thank you for being here. Bye.